Success of a high school track and field program is really not that different than a typical business unit. One of the key components to success is consistency within its leadership, or in our case, a consistent coaching staff. A consistent coaching staff that is together year after year after year. There are a few reasons that this is so important. And one of them is that there is a consistent message. Oftentimes, a philosophical approach of a team that is developed by the coaching staff can take years to take hold. If the coaching staff is changing year to year, if new coaches are going in and other coaches are going out on a yearly basis, it is very difficult for this to take hold. And oftentimes, it will not develop its own philosophical approach. Rather, it'll be fragmented with a variety of different philosophical ideals or views. Another reason for this is oftentimes in the sport of track and field, certain events are very technical. And technical events require very technical approaches of teaching. This can be explained in, let's say, the shot put, one of the key events in track and field. There are two ways of, competing or throwing a shot put. One would be the slide method, where you crouch down low with your back to the target and slide directly towards your target. And at the last second, you turn and snap the shot off into the distance as far as you can. The other would be the spin method. And again, you would be crouched in one little corner of the ring, and the athlete would begin a spin move, and they would spin and twirl at the last second. In a twirling circular motion, they fling the shot out off into the distance. Both are very different approaches, and both are, taught by different types of throws coaches. And we've had different throws coaches come in and begin to teach their way as the best way. And the kids learn one way of doing one event, and then within another year or two, they'll learn to do it another way. And never really learning, how to get beyond the basics of one particular approach. It's hard for them to develop that type of consistency or to really learn to be competitive in any one way if it's always changing. A lot of the techniques in their head are overlapped one on top of the other, and it all just breaks down. This would be one example of why consistency within the coaching ranks of a team are so important. The philosophical differences of coaching staff may have can be something as simple as scheduling meets. Do you want to schedule a lot of meets? Have quite a few at the beginning of the year? Try to gain experience so that by the end of the year the athletes are ready? Or do you take a different approach and feel that it's better to schedule just a few meets, rest the athletes, have them fresher and more poised towards the end of the season? Both philosophies are oftentimes accurate, but if it's an approach that a coach feels strongly about or a coaching staff feels strongly about, the athletes will buy in. And without that, it all, again, breaks down. So it's very important to kind of develop a sense of what it is that a coaching staff feels is important. Another variable that might be considered is, in terms of the character of a team, what is the coach's approach towards academics? Is it something that is meant to simply be a means of staying eligible for the team, or is it something that they really emphasize? Do they reward it? Do they talk about it with the team? Is it something that is an important part of the message that a team takes or makes? These are all things that are very important, that are ingrained into a coaching staff or a philosophical approach. Things that will vary from year to year without consistency within the coaching staff. Strategies for Retaining Employees and Minimizing Turnover by Sarah Yazinski at the University of Scranton. has surmised that employees leave organizations for many reasons. Oftentimes, these reasons are unknown to their employers. According to strategic planning consultant Lee Branham, 88% of employees leave their jobs for reasons other than pay. However, 70% of managers think employees leave mainly for pay-related reasons. Branham says there are 7 main reasons why employees leave a company. Number 1, employees feel the job or workplace is not what they expected. Number 2, there is a mismatch between the job and the person. Number 3, there's too little coaching and feedback. Number 4, there are too few growth and advancement opportunities. Number 5, employees feel devalued and unrecognized. Number 6, employees feel stress from overwork and have a work-life imbalance. Number 7, there's a loss of trust and confidence in senior leaders.